Good day everybody, welcome back to another chin wag. So I'm just sat here, well I'm actually sat the opposite way to what I usually would. I'd usually be facing the ocean. As you can see behind me there, we have the waves of the Irish Sea, and just taking some time out with myself basically. I quite often like to come down here because it's a beautiful part of the coastline. Not so nice today, but you got all, you know, it goes all the way down there. You can see the coast. You see Anglesey in the distance. You won't see it probably in the camera, but anyways, it's a little place that I like to come down and chill when I'm on my own and to gather thoughts and yeah, just to get away from the crowds basically. Not that I stick around by any crowds, so to speak. I do kind of avoid them in all honesty, but it just kind of inspired me to make this quick little video about taking time on your own and spending time alone, you know. And I think it's a good thing for people to do basically. I think it's very beneficial. I think if you can spend time on your own and be content and happy and not feel lonely, then that's quite a powerful place to be in life as well, you know. Because sometimes, quite often, shit can hit the fan in life. Things can go wrong. People leave your life, or that kind of thing, you know. Or just in general, you might be at a lonely time in your life where you don't have friends and family around you for some reason. I've had that quite often in my life with the kind of lifestyle that I live. As you will know if you know me, I've travelled a lot by myself before I met my partner in crime. But I also do spend a lot of time on my own anyway, you know. When I'm not with her, quite often I'm by myself, whether that's on adventures or doing my own thing. I'm quite happy in my own company, you know. I quite enjoy being on my own. It gives me time to think, it gives me time to focus. I do think there's many people out there that find it difficult to be on their own because they're so used to being around people and having friends and family at their beck and call, so to speak, you know. They've always got someone there to be there for them if they want, and they're kind of used to being around people, which is nothing wrong with that at all, you know. That's amazing. It's lovely to be like that. But I do think it's really beneficial to spend time on your own, to get to know yourself, to really be honest with yourself in certain situations, and to see how you do react when you are on your own in certain situations, you know. I mean, I found myself in my own personal experiences in life, a little bit difficult, a little bit mentally challenging, and I've had to get through them times when I've been on my own. Physically, I can't go anywhere, and I'm kind of talking about my work here. When things have gone a little bit tits up in my life, say, or something's not quite gone the way I want, and it's been a little bit distressing in my life, and I've been in work, I can't go anywhere, you know. In the kind of work I did, I was doing care 24/7 for 4 weeks on and off. So when I was in work, I was working, you know, at any time. So I could be called at any time, basically. So that was quite difficult, you know. But it was a good mental challenge to see how I dealt with it, and how I dealt with it mentally, you know. I was using my spare time a lot. Then I was going on cycle rides and things like that by myself, obviously. But I truly think if you can spend time alone and you enjoy your own company, that's a really, really good and powerful place to be. I do know a lot of people, they say, oh, I spend time alone, I spend time on my own, but I don't think they really truly spend time on their own. They have the internet, they have their phone in their pocket, they'll be messaging their friends. Say they go for a hike, for example. When I say spending time alone, I mean either leaving your phone at home or having it in your bag with the internet off, not answering calls, just having it there for photo purposes, and just totally taking in the surroundings and just being by yourself. No distractions, no going online to do any shopping while you're on a hike or whatever, you know, or messaging a friend or anything like that. Just properly taking time out for yourself. Or sitting on the beach here, for example. Like, I'm quite happy to just sit on that rock there and just look into the ocean for like 20 minutes or so and just have a good think to myself, you know. But I do know a lot of people can struggle with that. They think they're having time to themselves, but a lot of the time they'll be sitting there either thinking of something else, thinking of someone or something, or the past or the future or something, and then they'll try and distract themselves with a phone or something like that, you know. But I mean, truly have some time to yourself, just sitting there gathering your thoughts, thinking about the now, what's happening now. Like, there's some crows out there, look, can you see them? just taking it all in, you know. These are little things that we miss when we're just kind of engrossed in our phones or in our thoughts in our mind. We might be looking out at the ocean or at them crows, but our mind is elsewhere, you know. But if you can deal with sitting there with your thoughts, whether they're nice thoughts or bad thoughts, especially the bad and negative thoughts that you can have, if you can sit there with yourself and really just work through them by yourself and not need anyone else to help you through it or to make you feel less lonely, then yeah, that's a very, very powerful and good place to be in life, I think, you know. But I just generally, I like my own company anyway. I'm just quite happy being by myself on adventures and things, you know. Don't get me wrong, I love being with people also, the ones that I resonate with. I do find some people quite draining if I'm not quite on their wavelength, you know. It can be quite draining to kind of talk small talk and all of that. I do struggle with that a little bit, but you know, if I resonate with someone and we've got good discussion there, then yeah, I enjoy that. But I do love my time on my own, you know, and I think the more you get used to it, the more you get used to doing it, the more you do enjoy it, the more it's just calm and tranquil and peaceful, and you know, it ends up being a very pleasurable experience. And that's why I like going hiking on my own quite a lot, because I'm just on my own, no talking, no need to make up any conversation, just taking everything in around me, and it's beautiful, you know. And just leaving that phone alone, just having that switched off, or you know, the internet off at least, so you're not getting notifications and things like that to distract you. It's amazing the little things you start noticing and stuff. Anyway, these crows down here, they're having a whale of a time. I think someone's left some biscuits down there or something, but they're pretty happy down there. Anyways folks, that's that little video. It's a very grey day today, as you can see, but beautiful at the same time. I don't mind that. I don't mind the weather being like this. It's quite pleasurable to me. It's making the most of it, folks, making the most of whatever weather nature throws at you. That's the key, but that's another whole subject again. All right folks, well, let me just encourage you to take some time to yourselves. Go and have a little hike, maybe for 20 minutes or so by yourself, and just don't look at your phone or anything. Just let your thoughts come in and, you know, think about your thoughts, and then let them go, and then just enjoy what's around you. Just take time for yourself. Try and take time away from other humans. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very beneficial, I believe. Okay folks, until the next one, stay chirpy. Peace.